Hey, it's your girl, Miss Stacy. So, this topic is Ask Miracles and Daily Blessings. So, today I ended up um, running into one of my longtime friends that I haven't seen in like 2 years. And basically, these two ladies, they're just such a joy and such a blessing. uh, my babies ended up going to their daycare, and they ended up closing their daycare. So of course we hadn't seen them in like 2 years and stuff, and we moved or whatever on the east, and so we haven't seen them. But good people, God-fearing people, like just awesome, and I had thought about them, not too long ago, and I was just like, oh man, like I don't know. When I think about people individually, like God put them on my heart or whatever, I I say a prayer or whatever, and lo and behold, today I got to see them. I was just so happy, and it's crazy because we went to this arts and crafts store. My baby, she just gifted or whatever. She's on a mission. She like her mama, always on a grind, always on a hustle, trying to figure it out just like me. And um so we went to this arts and crafts store, and I was like, well, she was like, no mom, this is not a arts and crafts, like you gotta make the stuff and then take it home. And so as I'm like, well, maybe we can still, maybe they have the materials that you need, and we can just buy the material here, and you have whatever you need and stuff. And so we goes in, and there's two doors, one on the left and one on the right. And so even though I just did that wrong, but I know like that was weird. Anyways, anyways, so I as I'm going in to the door on the right side, I ended up looking into this area where it looks like a classroom or whatever, and it was three ladies in there, and I seen Miss T, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I'm just so ecstatic now because I haven't seen them in forever. And so basically they got bought out by a major corporation or whoever, whatever, and so they closed down their business, and she used the funds to open up her arts and crafts store or whatever. And she makes quilts, and my baby was interested in the what is it called, the dream catchers or whatever. So we're gonna go back to one of their classes and stuff, and they got sewing machines and everything like that, so we can take they little sewing machines with them and stuff, and they can have fun and learn how to crochet and do the things that is kind of like a necessity or feminine, I would say. um, Things that back in the day that we learned, and some of it I didn't forgot, but it's just some good wholesome skills or whatever, just to pass time, like when you're bored. Like I'm gonna try to do something in order to keep my hands busy so I don't smoke, because eventually I'm gonna stop smoking. So this is like God orders our steps. It just shows how God orders our steps and how he just works in mysterious ways. And so um lo and behold, I talked to them, had an awesome conversation, got to catch up with them and stuff like that. And yeah, there's going to be a business, like I see the business opportunity in it to help them increase their revenue and stuff like that, and get the word out and all this other stuff. Like my mind was just like floating, John, thinking, because I'm always thinking about, oh, well, how can I help this next person or whatever, because I don't know, that's just what I do, I guess. And so that part was just like the highlight of my day. Almost, because God is so awesome, right? So a little bit on later on tonight or whatever, I was just like, Lord, I need a miracle, And OMG, I kid you not, like within an hour, I got a phone call and it was like, yeah, did somebody, you called me? And I was just like, no, like I ended up looking at the call log and I'm like, no, I didn't. He was like, yes, you did. And I'm like, no, I didn't. He was like, I can show you. And literally, I kid you not, it is not on my call log that I called this person. And so, we were having a conversation and it was just like, finally, God is aligning people like that's like-minded and on my level, I guess. And it's not just to like downgrade anybody or anything like that, but anybody knows me, like I keep to myself because I can't have an adult conversation that most people around my community can understand. And that is like my ultimate goal, is to change that, especially financially, on a financial level and stuff. And so we was having a conversation and talking about the ETFs and the stocks, and actually somebody that actually like understands. And I mentioned the miracle that I needed. Like God basically told me, like, ask him, And so it was like, yeah, no problem, like I got you. Like, oh, God is so awesome. Oh my God. Like, I'm just so overjoyed. I'm just so thankful. And it just shows, like, when we're trying to walk in the will of God, like, God shows up faster than he normally would have, or I assume, because everything is in God's timing. But I just really see more blessings coming at a faster pace than normal. And it's just like, oh my gosh, like, I'm trying to do right. Like, it is hard to be on a straight and narrow path. And he tells us that, like, the wrong way is wide as heck, but the straight and narrow, or the narrow path, is the least that people take. And that's to trust God, and that's to do his will and do his work as an earth angel here. And so I'm trying my darnest to do right and to get it right, and to help as many people as I can, and to change the mindset of our people so that we all can rise. Because it's okay, but I want everybody to rise. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, the saying, when one boat float, we all float. That's been me. But I also have seen that one wrong person will sink the whole damn ship just because they not the captain. I seen that today. And it was just like, that's crazy. And then I also seen, I can't even think of the movie, but I have to find it. And it said that the lady was basically, it seemed like they was on an island. It was a YouTube short, and it seemed like the lady was on a island with a group of people, and they had been on a boat or whatever. And so the one chick, she was like, basically like, why do you get all the food or whatever? And she was like, you're a toilet cleaner or toilet manager or whatever. And she was like, I cook, I no, she said, I catch the fish, or excuse me, she's like, I caught the fish, I started the fire, I cooked, and she's like, I'm the on the boat, like on the yacht or ship or whatever she said, I'm the toilet manager here. She said, here, I'm the captain. And it was so funny. And it's just like, damn, am, because on me, like, I felt that so deep on so many levels. Like, I've been down so far, and as I'm rising or whatever, like, I'm tired of the next people. Like, don't question me, bruh. Like, I've been doing this. So don't question me. And I don't know. Like, people are going to try to bring you down or think you crazy or whatever, but you got to keep your eyes on the prize. You got to know where you want to go. You got to stay on your mission and keep it pushing. If the next person, because they don't see what God sees for you, and they don't know the vision that God gave to you. So regardless, keep it pushing. And if they not and if they not for you, excuse me, if they not for you, then they against you. So remove, delete, whatever you want to do or whatever. Get that stuff, because I'm trying to stop cursing. Get that out of your life, because you don't need that. And your mental health is very important. And you can't be allowing toxic, negative people to downgrade you and to belittle you for who you was in the past. So I just want to encourage y'all that keep your eyes on your prize. Don't be looking left, don't be looking right. Stay focused and stay on a mission. And God got you no matter what. Yeah, we're going to fall sometimes, but what they say, fall 99 and get up 100, bruh. Like, Einstein, he did that with the light bulb, so, which, as I'm understanding it, he really didn't invent the light bulb. The black man did, and of course he had to take credit for it. But whatever, we know what time it was back then. They couldn't really, our people couldn't take credit for over half, majority of the inventions that we've created. But yeah, just like the pants. But and that was created by a woman while she was in the field. And I know I'll be going off topic and stuff, but I'll just be dropping jewels or whatever, just dropping knowledge that I know and stuff. And I hope it could help somebody someday or whatever. Eventually, I will be trying to learn. I'm trying to learn this YouTube stuff, the algorithms, the hashtags, all this stuff. I'm just trying to learn, baby. Taking it one day at a time. I'm going to try to be more consistent and stuff and try to figure this out. And hopefully one day it'll bless whoever it's meant for, or bless whoever needs it, I just pray that God uses me as his vessel and that I make the best of my life and can help someone else. And that's all I do, and so hopefully I try to live in a proper manner, and I try to carry myself in a proper manner, not just to motivate my children, but other babies too, and other people. And they say, yeah, it's hard to teach a new dog new tricks, but hey, I gotta try. We've been down too long. We've been financially struggling as a whole for a long, long time. And my friend and I, we were talking about how we had stuff, like we had our own stores. We had the Tulsa, the Tulsa Wall Street, and that was the actual first bombing on the U.S. And he was like, yeah, that is crazy. And I'm like, yeah, that is crazy. But it really shifted the mindset of the black community to where it kind of sent us into fear. But honey, it's time to wake up. Let's get this bag, baby. For real. So currently, of course, I'm still always working on something. You never know what I got going on. So while you assuming, don't make an ass out of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And so My goal is to help our people learn about investing and growing and creating generational wealth, because it's not just us that need the money like right now, but I want to create or learn how to create generational wealth like the Rockefellers or the Blackstones who own every damn thing or whatever. And it's not gonna die because they got their stuff set up to where they straight from generations to generations to generations on top of motherfucking generations. You dig? And that's how I'm trying to get my babies and my future generations set up. Lord knows I don't want any grandchildren anytime soon, honey. Even though I got a set that's old enough to have children. But Lord, name of Jesus, please bless me not to be a young grandma. And my children to have babies at a young age, because it is a struggle as a single parent. It's a tough struggle, but God blesses us, but God also uses us, and we just have to be strong enough. And even though we have children, we still got to be strong enough to try to keep our legs closed so the right man can come along, because we don't want to be worn out by the time the right man come along. Then he be like, I just fell up in it. You know what I'm saying? Girl, because I done heard about abroad, bruh. Talking about nigga, they said they was could put a fist up in it hole. So I'm just like, whoo, Lord in the name of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Goodness gracious. That's scary. I don't know if anybody else think that's scary, but that is really scary. But I would never have imagined. But anyways, I'm gonna make this one not for kids just because I ended up saying that. But yeah. I love you guys, and I will talk to you next time. All right. Bye.